Well, it was a rumor for about a month now, and now it is official from Sony themselves that they are increasing the price of the PlayStation 5 in select regions. Uh, uh, uh. Sony, you have just stabbed yourself in the back. Yeah, you blow it, Sony. You blow it. Let's get into the video, shall we? So sponsoring this video, we have 4 of the best select TVs right now that you can get if you for sure want the best for your PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X or PC gaming. And the 4 best TVs for next-gen gaming, whether it be the PS5, Series X, Series S, or RTX 3000 series graphics cards, these TVs are the new Sony Bravia X90K Full Array HDR 4K Google TV that you can also get right now, that is Sony's 2022 X90 model, as well as the Vizio P-Series Quantum that is still available, and also the TCL R6466 Series Mini QLED LED TV, and also as well as the LG C1 as of right now, if the TV is still available. So if the LG C1 is available, this is going to be your number one overall best choice, but this is the 2021 model. But if it's not available, then the best option is going to pay the little extra and get the better picture quality on the LG C2. But if you want an OLED and you want the best picture possible out there and you want for the cheapest price point ever, then get the LG C1 OLED if it is still available. But the TCL 6 Series R646 Mini QLED TV and the Vizio P-Series Quantum and the Sony X90K are all wonderful options that do 4K at 120 Hz. So these are the best TVs to get for your next-gen gaming, whether it be the PS5, Series X, or PC. And those TVs are the Sony X90K, the Vizio P-Series Quantum, the TCL R646, and the LG C1 / the LG C2. So thanks for watching our sponsor video of our top 4 best TVs for next-gen gaming in 2022. So, it was about a rumor for a month now that Sony was going to increase the price of the PlayStation 5. But today is officially the day that Sony did announce price increase for the PlayStation 5 consoles. Now, this is not in every region on the planet, but most regions on the planet. Now, if you are a U.S. person that, like we are, living in the United States, you will not be affected by this at all. The PlayStation 5 will remain the same price. So, if you are in the United States, the PlayStation 5 will remain the same price. But Canada, Mexico, Australia, and a select few other places, price is going up for the PlayStation 5. So, Sony has just screwed themselves in the foot. And we could probably almost guarantee who's behind all this. Probably Jim Ryan, a guy that does not care about consumers, only cares about the profits, not the consumer themselves. And Microsoft has just trolled them by announcing keeping the price at the same level as it is now for both of the Xbox Series S / Series X consoles. Microsoft just trolled Sony now as revenge. And comment-wise, it's not looking good for Sony. So, we'll take you over to the PlayStation blog post from Sony today about the select regions of the price increase of the PlayStation 5. And it is not looking good for Sony. So, let's jump right on over and let's show you what's going on with the PlayStation 5 price increase. Let's see, shall we? So, there is the PlayStation blog of the announcement from Sony, and this was just posted today, and only 112 likes, so that's kind of a bit strange, honestly, if you really ask me. But here it is, PS5 price increase in select markets, which is a little bit odd, due to global economic environment, including high inflation rates. And a lot of people still ain't very, very happy about this at all. So it starts, the global economic environment is a challenge that many of you around the world are no doubt experiencing. Get the fuck out of here. We're seeing high global inflation rates as well as adverse currency trends impacting consumers and creating pressure on many industries based on these challenging economic conditions. Sony Interactive Entertainment has made the difficult decision to increase the recommended retail price pretty much MSRP of the PlayStation 5 in select markets. You already know what the freak that is. It's just Jim Ryan wants more profits, and he does not give a crap about the consumer. That's literally straight up what this is all about. It's complete BS, and honestly, and this is coming from somebody who has straight up 2-disc version PS5s, and this is absolute BS, especially coming from Sony. And you would think that because of how hard it is for consumers to get their hands on a PS5, you would think that Sony would be, would make this a lot easier for the consumer. But nope, this is just going to make it even harder for consumers to get their hands on a PS5. So, yeah. And it says Europe, Middle East, and Africa, also Asia and Pacific, and then also, like we said, Latin America, as well as Canada, there will be no price increase in the United States. So, pretty much the United States is not affected by this. But everywhere else on the planet is experience this at all. And right here is where you can tell it's from Jim Ryan himself. And everybody is calling that MF literally out. And he deserves to, because he's truthfully, when you compare Jim Ryan being the PlayStation CEO over Microsoft's Phil Spencer has got him beaten by a long shot. And I know that there's going to be some people that are going to disagree, and I know that there's going to be a majority of people that are going to completely agree on this, especially that are PlayStation fans. They're going to completely agree that Phil Spencer is making better and really tough friendly choices for especially the Xbox brand. But here are all the new prices for the PS5 in all select regions. In Europe, the PS5 with the Ultra HD disc drive version will be $549.99, whatever that is. And the PS5 digital edition will be $449.99. I think that might consider as euros or whatever. And the PS5 with the Ultra HD disc drive for the UK is going to be $479.99, and the PS5 digital edition is going to be $389.99. And Japan will be effective on September 15th, 2022, and yeah, pricing it doesn't look very good. Australian dollars. The PS5 with the disc drive is going to be priced at $799.95 in Australian dollars. The digital edition is going to be $649.95 Australian dollars. And Mexico is also going to be increased, and as well as Canadian dollars, with the disc drive being $469.99, the digital version being $519.99. So, yeah, and it says, while the price increase is a necessity given the current global economic environment and its impact on Sony Interactive Entertainment's business, which it's a complete lie, our top priority to continue to be improving the PS5 supply situation so that as many players as possible can experience everything that PS5 offers and what's still to come. Yay! We want to sell more people PS5s, but yet we want them to not buy it because we want to make it harder. That's truthfully what this whole situation is. But let's take you down through the comments. The comment section is not looking good. So this was just a couple hours ago, and this guy said, I already have one and I am still offended by this. He truthfully does. I'm with him, everyone there. I have 2 disc version PS5s. I got a day one edition, and then I don't know whatever the other one is, but both of them work great. And I still am planning on to get one more PS5 to put in my one last room, especially. And this is just uncalled for. Straight up. This is uncalled for. Another person responds, exactly this. Now everyone who couldn't afford a PS5, let alone find one, will have even a harder time to get one. Truthfully, he's right. He is absolutely right. And I'm telling you, just look at all these comments. Straight up. It's just stupid. The increase literally could have been much, if not significantly worse than this. If you're looking at which double in price meets, then rents have gone up. I don't know what the heck that is, but yeah. And then look at here. You're dumb as F. Are you out of your mind? Yep, another one. I definitely agree. Yeah, this is insane. What the F is wrong with you? Stop this. Another one. Not good. And then here's another one at 3:28 a.m. I own a PS5, but this is just insane, Sony. And USA remains intact. Shocking. In the USA, the PS5 already costs more than most countries because taxes, VAT, are added on top of the $500 retail price. I live in Germany, and I bought a PS5 for 500, I'm pretty sure that's euros, the price including a 19% VAT, so Sony effectively received for my disc PS5. It is a shame that the price will increase, but if it means them being able to secure more expensive components, it will be a win for most gamers. I don't understand that. That's real BSS from their side. The PS5 is already more expensive in Mexico than the USA. With the price increase, it's even more expensive, almost $750. Exactly. And this is really dumb move. We're still in cross-gen territory, and you're increasing prices. First $70 for new first-party games. I'm totally with him there. And now this is pretty sure this won't turn out good for both Sony and consumers. Yeah, Sony is just anti-consumer because let's face it, okay, Microsoft games, okay, I understand. Halo Infinite has been getting a lot of backlash. But when it comes to the single-player game and without the microtransactions, it's been getting positive, results. And Forza Horizon 5, okay, the latest Forza game, okay, that game is successful for Microsoft. They did not charge $70 for that game. It was still straight up $60. And when you play that game on an Xbox Series X, it is visually impressive. Even if you also still play on a 1X, on a 4K TV display, the game is still visually impressive. And you get both versions just for the flat out $60 price point. So if you have an Xbox One X still as of today and you cannot get a Series X, well, guess what? The Series X is still going to remain its price and will be much more easier to get. Guess what? That $60 price that you paid for Forza Horizon 5, guess what? You get a Series X? Oh, you have the next gen version of that game for just flat out $70 or $60. I don't know why I said 70. You got that game for its flat out $60 price point. You get the next gen version for free. You don't have to pay extra price for a Series X. Microsoft is definitely being way more pro-consumer than Sony is right now, just by looking at all the comments. And here's another one. I have no problem with $70 game, as it's understandable, which some people don't, it doesn't really affect them for the $70, but increase in price of a existing product 2 years after its release, he has a point. Like this guy is not a guy that he's not against for the $70, game increase of price for, video games, but he's straight up saying raising the price for the PS5 after 2 years, it's complete BS. No game I have played was worth $70. So, you get the point. That's one way to lose market share. Great move, guys. It looks like some of you already forgot what happened during the PS3 generation because you keep making the same mistakes. Totally. Great move, greedy Jimbo. That's actually funny. Great move, greedy Jimbo. That's actually straight up funny, calling him Jimbo, greedy Jimbo. Oh, dang. Yeah, that's funny. And now here's another one. First, you increase the game price to $70. Then you have the nerve to increase the price of a console. A lot of people still trying to find this company is run by greedy clowns. Holy shit. Game price increase were a long due, but holy shooty. How can the increase of the price of an existing product launched 2 years ago be, I don't know what the frig, big fat, I don't know what the heck that is. Sony, you really know how to screw your consumers over, customers over, but same difference, consumers, customers. This is due to inflation rate. Why is US not affected? It's just lies. Because of its huge spending market. Okay, that doesn't make any sense either. So, you can already tell. And by in select markets, you mean everywhere, you are out of touch. Everywhere except US. Well, I won't be buying that thing then. It really amazes me how this gen you guys are doing everything to ruin your reputation. No game company has increased the price of a console due to inflation. I hope Microsoft beats you guys this generation. They truthfully, not by console sale numbers, But when it comes to Game Pass and, like games and being pro-consumer, they are definitely ahead of Sony in the game when it comes to Game Pass and freaking like being pro-consumer and being nice and everything to the consumer and not doing stupidity things like this and keeping their games straight up $60, not charging them $70 just to get a beautiful next-gen version. Microsoft is for sure ahead of Sony in the game. Definitely by a long shot. Let's be honest. Inflation like this hasn't been a scene in any modern times before this. I still think the move is greedy, but still. Exactly. It's just a shame. You are greedy bastards, and I already have a PS5. It's a very, very bad move. By the way, Xbox totally agree your new prices policy. Understandable. Oh, I see. In the US, we don't have a high inflation rates. Oh, no. It's because of Xbox. So people just as easy don't buy one. It's really easy. Whatever that means, but I can already tell that that's just funny as heck. This is an unprecedented level of greed and scumminess. What is wrong with you? So, you're pretty much getting the idea here. People are not happy with Sony right now. Look at this butthurt Xbox crying in PES blog as Xbox hasn't released anything since November 2021. That sounds like that guy's on top of Sony or whatever. Pretty good. I could do even better, of course, as could many. But the same could be said of the Series X and Series S. They have no exclusives since they are... Wow, that guy's... Some guys are on, they are with Sony, and that's Sony ponies, I should say. That's freaking, that's like freaking, what do they call it? Yeah, like, some people are, but you've seen most of the comments. They are not straight up happy at all. Look at this cheap when you reach 70, This price will go down again eventually when things calm down. Either don't buy one if you can't afford it, or buy one and stop complaining. That is the wrong move to say to a consumer. That's like saying back when Battlefield 5 was just getting ready to come out and people were not too happy with it. That's just like, that guy saying on the game, well, you don't like it, don't buy it. And that's just not a good move. So, yeah. But as you can tell, most of the comments, people are not very happy with Sony at the moment. So, yeah. A lot of PlayStation fans, and just gamers in general, that love the PlayStation brand, they're not very happy. And I personally am not either, because what if the US eventually does get into this? We have two PS5s, two disc versions, I should say. And here soon, and I forgot to also mention this to you, but any month, we will officially be moving out of this one-bedroom apartment, and we are going to have a two-bedroom. And I'm planning on getting at least one more PlayStation 5 sometime next year. So that way, I have one in my gaming room, one in my living room, and one in my bedroom. And the US could still get affected by this at some point, even though it is straight up the only country that is not affected by the price increase of the PS5. And like we mentioned, Microsoft just trolled Sony by saying they have no reason to increase their Xbox Series X/S consoles. And Microsoft is really pro-consumer. And I know that there's going to be some people that are going to be like, oh, Microsoft doesn't have any exclusive games. Like, Sony's got the best games and da-da-da-da-da. Well, Microsoft might have less exclusives than Sony, but at least when you look at it, they're not going to raise the price of the Series X. and they're not raising prices of their games, like we mentioned, Forza Horizon 5, and being able to get the next-gen version for free. Like, Microsoft is being really pro-consumer and pro-friendly to the consumer, making you pay just the normal price for the console, the normal price for the game, and if you don't have a next-gen console, you get the game straight up for free on the next-gen version for the Series X when you do get a Series X. Like, Microsoft is not trying to bottleneck people's wallets and everything like that. So, yeah, they might only have a select few exclusives, but at least on the positive side of things, they're not as greedy as Sony, and they're being pricing friendly when it comes to the consumers. So, I personally do think, and I seen it coming, even before the PlayStation 5 and the Series X were even going out on the market, when it was still the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X being the top most powerful consoles on the market. I seen this coming. Like, the PlayStation 5, it's still going to do okay. It's still going to sell. It's still going to be fine. But I think Microsoft is ahead of the game because they are reaching close to 30 million Game Pass subscribers and being more pro-consumer friendly with keeping the games at a steady price that people can afford and giving them the cross-generation versions for free, whether if they want to play on the Xbox Series X, the new current generation Xbox, or if they decide they want to play it on their Xbox One X and say, like, they got the Series X in their living room and then they got a One X in their bedroom in case if they ever go in there and they want something to play in their bedroom, at least they got the game. And they just paid it one price and one price only. And it wasn't even an increase. It's straight up a one flat out price. So, yeah, Sony, they're still going to be fine, but they definitely screwed themselves in the foot a little bit. And their reputation is going to go down just a little bit. And like we mentioned, we want to get, especially when we get our 2-bedroom in a month, we absolutely want to get us one more PS5, but the US might also get this at some point. And then, like, probably what's going to happen is I could see this happening because of now them doing it, unless they backtrack for all the backlash they're getting. Like, why are you increasing a price of a product that has been out for 2 years? Usually you would go down in price, especially like we mentioned in the beginning of the video. We have a PlayStation 4. It was priced at $400 at launch, okay? Then, less than 3 years later, 2 years and 10 months, there was a PlayStation 4 Slim that was launched in mid-September. Guess what? It was that price cheaper than the base launch PS4. It was priced $100 cheaper for the Slim version PS4. Only $300. And that's what made PlayStation 4 continually to sell. And then, 2 months later, they came out with a much more powerful PS4 with the PS4 Pro, and they kept it at the same price as the base PS4. But you was getting a bit more powerful, more, specs, 4K and all that. And if people don't care about graphics and they want to get a cheaper alternative, there was the PS4 Slim, priced at $100 cheaper. So, this is kind of like where it doesn't make any bit of sense. 2 years being out on the market just about, and Sony is going the wrong direction, and Microsoft has just trolled them by announcing that they're keeping the price where it is for the Xbox Series X and S. They don't have no plans to increase price. And better yet, games are still $60. At least their IPs, like Halo Infinite, like Forza Horizon 5, and like Forza Motorsport, the new one that will be coming out in spring of 2023. It's still going to be priced at $60 and not $70. So, Sony, you better think about what you're doing, because you really want to lose your fan base and lose all of the potential that you got from the PlayStation 4 generation. Do you really want to throw that out the door, Sony? Do you really want to throw that out the door? After all of those hardcore gamers and being the best console out of the last generation, do you really want to go back down to the PS3 territory? Because that is what you guys are putting yourself in. You are putting yourself back down into the PS3 territory. You better think twice, Sony, because Microsoft is ahead of the game when it comes to pricing, games, and Game Pass. Microsoft is ahead of the game. And they are actually starting to sell Xboxes, and they are starting to catch up to the PS5's numbers. They're not too far off. I honestly would think, if I were you, Sony, because you're about to screw yourself in the foot once more, going down the same road like the PlayStation 3. This is Tech and Gaming Reviews. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you like this video, smack that like button. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you are new to this channel, and be sure to leave us your thoughts down in the comment section down below of Sony increasing the price of the PS5 and all of the other regions except the US and whatnot. So, yeah, just send us your thoughts down in the comment section down below of them increasing the price of the PS5. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you are new, and we will see you guys on the next video. Peace out.